Hi, my name is Samantha Peterson, and this is my walkthrough video for the Homework 18 NoSQL Social Network API project. So basically, this this application or this API is built with the Express and Mongoose packages. You can find more information about those on the NPM website. So, what I'm just going to really quickly kind of show you how you could pull this up. So, if you were looking at this from scratch, you could right click on this server file and then say open in integrated terminal. So now it's taking us to where we want to be. And so we're going to say npm start. And if you were opening this for the first time and you need to get these packages, just you can start by still right clicking on this server.js file, and then you just type in npm I, which is the same as npm install, and then that's going to give you the um, it's going to give you the packages that you need in Visual Studio Code to get this project to function correctly. So, so first, if you're opening it, you can do npmi. I've already done that though, and so I'm wanting to start my project and see if it's actually working. So I've typed npm start, and then I'm going to hit enter, and it's just thinking right now. Okay, this is what we want to see, this app running on port 3001, because then I know it's listening. So what we're going to do from here is open Insomnia. And what I did in here is I I chose JSON in this drop down, and then up here you have a bunch of options you can choose. Right now we're looking at a GET request. So and to get there, you need to have it say 3001 API users. Um, Down here, we're just creating a JSON object to test against. So um, we have our email, username, thoughts, friends, and and then when I hit send, this is what it gives me, which this is great. This is exactly what we need to see over here in this preview. So this is looking pretty good right now. Over here, just to kind of explain a little bit of what's happening over here. This mongoose.connect on line 14 in our server.js is how we're connecting. Well, we have our connection string actually hidden in this .env file over here. It basically just has my username and password that are associated with my uh, Mongo account. And then, so that's kind of because of the env file and how you can see that it's kind of grayed out. That information is not going to be available to the public, which is a smart practice. And so just so you can kind of quickly see, there's my connection string, and that is given to me through, uh, you can find that on the MongoDB Atlas. There's a section that says connect, and it will give you that string. So then I am using env. This is the syntax that you need here to get it to connect. And then I'm just saying this is what I want to connect to. I want to connect to my social network API that I've created on Mongo, and I want to have the information go back and forth between those. I need this Mongo server to give me the information to keep this running. So then, so we're saying up here on line 5 that we're going to be using port 3001. So, and you can see that down here in our terminal, it says app running on port 3001. Perfect. Because we need to know when we pull up Insomnia. Let's see if I can find that for you again. Let's see. Yeah, when we pull up Insomnia here, you need to know what port to type in up here to actually get your requests to work. So we have HTTP, localhost 3001, and then we get more into specifics. So that's kind of what this line 5 is doing. And then the line 9 is talking about our routes that we have set up. And you can see we have a routes folder down here. And then let's see what else I can show you. So, and then we're asking it to say that to console log down here in our terminal when it's running, to say app is running on port 3001 because we've specified that up above, and we're wanting it to listen for things that happen on that port. So let's see here. Oh, and if you want to close this, if you want to make changes, you just say, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to say Control C. And then if I wanted to get this running again, all you have to do is npm start. So let's see, I've got my package.json file. That just shows these are the dependencies that I'm using. I'm using .env, Express, and Mongoose to get this project to run. And then up here we've got our controllers, models, and routes. And then down here we have our server.js file. That's what we were just looking at. And let's see here. So, and our routes are, this is kind of how it's saying, okay, look to this place. For this part, you need to look to this place. So all of these files, it's a lot going on, but they all need to kind of talk to each other since they're in different locations or different files to get everything to work together. So that's kind of what our routes are doing. But then up here in our models, I feel like a lot of this is fairly straightforward if you've worked in Mongo before, but let's see what else I can show you. So in our models, we're talking about, we're asking it to require the user thought and the comment, and then you come up here. This part is pretty helpful, I think, to see, and you can kind of see how everything correlates looking at this. So right now we're at our thought controller. I'm also going to pull up our user controllers here. So you can see that up here, like if we kind of start at the top, we're saying require our models. And then I just want to really specifically show you this too. So it's saying get all users, get user by ID on line 24, create a user on line 51, update a user on line 59, delete a user on 80, add a friend, remove a friend, and then if you come into your file here, Okay, this is where we want to look. So in our thought routes, you can see that you have the same things we were just looking at. Get all thoughts, get thought by ID, create a thought, update thought, delete thought, add reaction, delete reaction. And then in user, we have get all users, get user by ID, create a user, update user, delete user, add friend, remove friend. And that is going to correspond to this. So if you look in users, is going to match with user routes, and then the thought controller right here is going to correspond to our thought routes. You're going to see all of these kind of come together. So right here, we're saying we want to use the express router, and then that we want to use the API user routes and the API thought routes. So that's kind of it for the routes. And then these talk about retrieving the get all thoughts, get thoughts by ID. It's checking to make sure that we're going to console log. So if there's an error, it'll let us know down here in the terminal. And then that's basically my project. If you look at it and have any feedback, advice, comments, I would love to hear it. Thanks for watching.